I'm kind of excited because this is gonna be the first thing I'm making that's like not stuffed animals. I'm making a Jedi robe, you guys, okay? It'll be interesting. I hope it goes well. I'm gonna link the video that I found on YouTube to help me with this, that also they linked a template that they used in their video, so I'll link maybe both down below, because this is obviously not my own design or anything, because it's the first thing I'm ever sewing in terms of clothes, so I don't know what I'm doing. So as you can see, I have the tracing paper laid out here, right? And it's long enough this way, of course. It's not long enough like width-wise. This is what we've come up with. So I found that I had grid paper and I was like, oh my gosh, I probably should have been using that this whole time. So I outlined it as if I was gonna just use that. And then I decided, well, I paid for this though, so I should still use that. Kind of just like Frankensteined it, basically. Okay, 20 minutes later, we have this, which you can't really see it very well. Ugh. I even measured this before I went to go get fabric this time. Like, I actually had measurements before I bought fabric for once in my life. But I knew I had to fold the fabric in half. Twice! I need 2 of these, and I completely forgot. I didn't take that into account for when I bought fabric. I laid it out right, and it was, of course, long enough, but then I had to fold it, because it has to be folded up here. Okay. And I need 2 of these folded. Well, here's my problem. It's not long enough. It's so close too. It is so close. But it's not quite long enough. And I need more because I need to cut out 2 of them. So I need like a lot more fabric. I haven't done the math yet. I need so much more fabric. It's Saturday, which means Hobby Lobby is open, but I'm pretty sure their fabric's not on sale this week, and I'm not gonna buy this much fabric for full price. I'm really hoping fabric's on sale next week. Please, because I need to get this done. Okay, so slight change in plans. I am now working on the hood because I know I have enough fabric for that, so that's what we're doing. Look at that. just went inside, grabbed my raincoat, walked back outside, and it's not raining anymore. Going to Hobby Lobby to get 7 yards of fabric. I've done the math. 7 yards should be way more than enough, honestly. Hopefully. Guess what? I forgot to bring a little bit of the fabric that I already have, so I know that I'm getting the right color. I literally was like, don't forget that, and then I forgot it. I have video, like, thank goodness I have video of me, you know, doing stuff with it so far, like making the hood. So hopefully that will be enough to compare. It's not the same color. It's very close though. It's very close. So, okay, but here's the thing is that I was like pretty positive it was because it was the only other like brown like this out. And so I was like, it's gotta be this one. I think it just so happens that the one I was looking for was not in stock today. Okay, so see, this one's obviously lighter. This one's obviously darker, but on camera it looks even darker. What the heck? That's weird. Anyway, but you know what's really ironic is that I feel like I like this color more. Like I actually feel like I might like this as a cloak better than this one. I was gonna, cause this is the hood that I already made. I was gonna be like, oh, I could use this hood anyway, but I think that's gonna make me so mad. I can't do it without thinking about it and stuff. So, and being like, it doesn't match, you know. So hopefully this will be enough to make a hood as well. We'll see when we get there. Maybe I could make another cloak, but like a smaller one for my dog. Okay, I'm currently trying to figure out how to make the hood with the fabric that I have left, but I don't know if that's really gonna be possible. It could, okay, so it would be possible if I stitched a bunch of pieces of fabric together, but I just feel like that's so much work. Like it's more work than it needs to be. So I might go to Hobby Lobby tomorrow and get 1 more yard of fabric. Because I think that's literally all I need is like 1 more yard. But I wouldn't have if I got the right color. So isn't that kind of ironic? At least I'm not using like super expensive fabric. I'm using relatively cheap fabric. So yeah. Maybe one of these days though, when I'm like more experienced and when I've obviously finished this one, I'll spend more money on a more expensive, better looking fabric to make like a better cloak. But for now, we're going the cheaper route because it's already cost me more than it should have theoretically, so whoopsies. So as you saw earlier, I ran out of fabric again for the second half of the robe, so I ended up taking some of the extra fabric I had and attaching it to the bottom. So this is what it looks like once I sewed that on. But then of course we run into another problem, which is that on one side of it I sewed the seam on the wrong side, so it shows on the outside. So I had to cut that seam off and re-sew it so that the seam was not showing on the outside. Also, here's another problem. So basically I needed some more fabric of the new color I ended up using for the hood, and the Hobby Lobby I went to did not have that in stock, so I had to get a different color that was slightly different. As you can see, they look pretty similar though, and I used that second color for the hood. So I made another hood because I didn't want to use the dark one. I thought that looked way too different. So as you can see here, I laid out one side of the robe and put a piece of cardboard next to the neck piece and folded that over. And basically what I'm doing here is working on the flap that is going to be on the shoulders. So I did this to both sides, but I think I only show one side in this video because, I mean, you don't really need to see me do the same thing twice. So that's what I'm working on now. Okay, this is definitely not the best lighting because it's nighttime, so the light that I would normally get from the window is not there right now. So here's the progress so far. This is gonna be the arm. It's obviously not even right now. I'll fix it later. And then I just sewed this. So like this flap here is what was just sewn. Honestly, it's already starting to feel like a Jedi robe and it's so cool. I'm like in love with just this one flap. I haven't even done the other one. I'm just in love with this. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's looking like it, it's doing it, it's coming together. It's so exciting. But I am still worried about how the hood's gonna look with it. So we'll see as that comes together. Okay, I'm gonna go study and try not to work more on this because I am so tempted to just keep working, but yeah. I'm gonna have to use my brain though because I need to make sure it's the right way so the seam shows the right way and I don't have to fix it again. I was thinking I should have fixed it after everything, but then there would have been other seams I needed to rip too, possibly, so I was like, before it gets more complicated, let me fix it now. But now I'm just like, what side do I need to make sure is so it's facing the right way so the seam's not visible? Oh, freaking. I've screwed myself over. I'm scared. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.